Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Review. I'm Buddy 1927. Today is Veterans Day here in the United States, and I'd like to thank all the veterans in the United States Army and around the world for your service to your country and to your army, to your military. World of Tanks has actually, the garage that we're in right now is Arlington Cemetery, and if you take a look at this guy right here, he is part of the Army. He's part of a unique unit called the Old Guard. They guard the tomb of the unknown soldier. They participate in funerals, parades, and stuff like that. This is actually the oldest unit in the United States Army. And I think it's also the oldest unit in any of the military service. The History Channel has done a little bit showed a little bit about the Old Guard, and Google it, and see if you can find the video of the History Channel's show on this. Watch it, you learn a lot about the Old Guard. But today we are actually here to review a tank. This is the T30 Tier 9 turreted tank destroyer. I've had this tank when I went up the line and got my T110E4. I had played this tank. I loved this tank. I wish this was the Tier 10 tank and not the E4. But at the time, I had very little money. I had enough money to buy the tank. Didn't have enough money to buy any of the mods, and I used my last garage slot. So, and I transferred the crew from the T30 to my crew on the E4. So I ended up selling the tank, and I wish I never did sell this tank. I love this tank. I think this is one of the better of the tank destroyers. I actually do pretty good in it. So I've enjoyed playing it. So I bought it back. I've only had it for a couple of days, but I did transfer my crew from my Hellcat onto here. But unfortunately, my Hellcat crew only is a crew of 5, and this is a crew of 6. So I had to keep one. I had to get one of my crew member, buy a crew member for this tank. I did buy it at 100%. So currently, he's learning camouflage. Once he's reaching, because camouflage accumulates as you're going up. Once he reaches 100% on camouflage, I'm actually going to drop it and put Brothers in Arms, because everybody else has learned Brothers in Arms. And Brothers in Arms doesn't become active until everybody on your crew has Brothers in Arms 100%. So once I reach 100% on my camouflage, I'll go ahead and drop it and put Brothers in Arms and have him restart learning camouflage. So don't say anything, guys. I already got playing. I don't know what I'm doing. So, let's take a look at the tick tree on this thing, and we'll show you how to get there. You start off with a T1, go to the T18, to the T82, to the M8A1, to the T67, to the Hellcat, to the T25/2, to the T28 prototype, to the T30, to the to the T30, which takes you to the T110E4. And as you see, I've gone down through the whole line. As a matter of fact, except for the M8A1, I think. Yeah, I got every tank in the garage right now. You can also, from the T82, you go to the T40 to the Wolverine, then up to the Hellcat. I like the Wolverine compared to the T67. That's just my preference. I do very well in the Wolverine. I like the Hellcat compared to the Jackson. So now, as you can see, I'm currently going down the T28 line. I skipped the T25AT because with my prototype I could just jump right down to the T28, and eventually I'll get everything learned on that and go up to the T95 to the E3. So that's the tank itself. Let's take a look at how the tank actually comes. Now, you do have an option of 3 guns once you get everything researched, and I will discuss these 2 guns a little bit more in detail on why I choose the 120 over the 155. It comes with Tier 9 turret, Tier 10 radio, Tier 10 engine and a Tier 9 set of tracks. And there's one thing I do definitely want to say. I call this a turret. I learned this from a general at Fort Knox, which is where the Army Mobile Army Training Center is. Back, my grandfather was a full-bird colonel and retired a one-star general, and he actually took me to Fort Knox, and he introduced me to the commanding general there, and the general showed me the tank. I don't know, I think I was 10 when this happened. My grandfather took me on a tour of Fort Knox, and I toured Fort Knox itself, and I also toured the Army base that's associated with Fort Knox. So, and I got a tour of some of the tanks. It was way before the A1 Abrams came out, but the general went over every detail of the tank that we looked at, and he called it a turret, and that's why I call it a turret. So, people, quit complaining about how I pronounce it. Okay? It's a game. It's one word. It's a short life. Quit worrying about it. So, I just want to say that. I just want to get that off my head. Go back to the garage on this thing. And let's go over the specs on this tank. I'll blow them up here for you. It does have actually halfway decent hit points at 1,650. Engine horsepower is 860. Top speed on this is actually halfway decent at 35 kilometers per hour. Traverse speed, not the best, at 22 degrees per second. So I do recommend that your driver learns clutch braking as the first skill. It does accumulate as it goes up, and this will help turn the tank a lot quicker. The hull on this thing sucks. 102 on the front, 76 and 51. Now the turret armor on this is actually great at 279, 127 and 102. We'll go over the gun a little bit later. The turret traverse speed is 18 degrees per second. The base view range on this is 380 meters, and the base signal range is 745. Now it depends on your crew, and what you got equipped is how it will improve. So that's that. I'm actually going to talk to you about the current gun I have on this thing. I'm going to blow that up a little bit. Yes, I carry the 120, the gun 120 millimeter AT gun T53. It's a 120 caliber gun. Rate of fire on this is 6.19 seconds, rounds per minute. Sorry, not seconds. Average penetration is 248, 297, and 60. Average damage on this is 400, 400, and 515. Accuracy is not the best, it's not the worst, at 0.39 at 100 meters. Aiming time on this thing sucks, 2.3 seconds. Carries AP, APCR, and high HE rounds. Let's close that, and I'm going to keep that open, and we're going to take a look at the 155. And as you can see, the gun 155 millimeter AT gun T7. It's a 155 caliber gun, a lot bigger than the 120. Rate of fire on this thing sucks at 2.86 rounds per minute. Average penetration on this is 276, 320, and 90. 750, 750, and 950 on the average damage. Accuracy on this thing, same. 0.39, not the best, not the worst. Aiming time is even worse at 2.9 seconds. So the aiming time on this thing sucks. It also carries AP, APCR, and high explosives. What I'm going to do is actually close this window, and I'm going to pull up the other gun. We're going to pair them side by side, and I'll explain to you why I use the 120 compared to the 155. And I mainly use it in PUG matches. Tournaments, it depends on the role I'm going to be end up playing. If I'm bringing the T30 into the match, it will depend on the role I'm playing. If I'm going to be mainly an alpha role, yes, I'll go with the 155. If I'm going to be a DPS role, it's going to be the 120. The 155 is your alpha gun. It does the most damage. per shell. This is your DPS gun. It does more damage per minute compared to the 155. That's why I use it in pug matches. Rate of fire for the 120 is 6.19 seconds. More than half the the rate of fire on the 155 at 2.86. So you fire more than 2 rounds per one round of the 155. Yes, damage is a lot more on the 155 at 750, 750, and 950 compared to 400, 400, and 515. But remember, you're firing a little more than 2 rounds per every 1 round of the 155. So let's just double it. We're doing 800, 800, and 1030 compared to the 750, 750, and 950 of the 1 round. So around 2 rounds compared to 1 round, you're doing more damage than you are with the 155, even though the 155 is the alpha gun. So, I mean, the accuracy on this is the same. Aiming time is a little bit better on the 120, but still sucks. But you can see why I use the 120 compared to the 155 in pug matches. Now, this also depends on your play style. I'm not saying the 120 is better than the 155. I'm not saying the 155 is better than the 120. It depends on how you play, how you go and play it, and what kind of matches you're going into. So, and based on your play style. So it's up to you what gun you want to play. If you want to do more damage, I use the 120. And in pug matches, that's the whole idea. Do as much damage as you can and reload as quickly as possible compared to tournaments where you might be able to shoot once, go hide, then reload and come back up and do more alpha damage. It depends on the role that you're going to end up playing. So it's up to you how you want, which gun you want to use. But I try to show you the differences and explain why I use the 120 in pug matches. And that's that. This hull here, you do have good front slope on the front. You want to protect that machine gun as much as possible, because that's the weakest spot right here on the front. If you're shooting up against this head on, that's where you want to shoot, because if you shoot here, you're going to more than likely get ricochet. And when you play this tank, always try to face your enemy head on and try to get it at a 30-degree angle, because if you can get it at a 30-degree angle, you get a little bit more armor protection, and you also get a lot more ricochets. Right here, and right here is your ammo rack. You want to protect that area as much as possible, because if you receive a shot there, you could get ammo racked very easily. This tank is something you want to protect from arty. So you can get one-shotted by tier 8 to tier 10 arties on this thing. So be very arty safe. Of course, that's with every tank, but this tank is a little bit more vulnerable to arty. Again, the pros on this tank is it has a good strong turret. It has decent speed. It has good gun depression, and both guns actually do good damage. The cons on this thing: poor accuracy for a tank to shore. Slow aiming time on both guns. Very slow reload time on the 155. We call, and again, it is very vulnerable to arty. So I hope you like this review. I do have this tank in action, so let's go take a look at the clip. I'll see you all on the other side. Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Replay. I'm Buddy1927, and today I'm in my T30. Yes, I bought back my T30, and we are actually on Fords. And unfortunately, XVM is not working 100%, so I can't give you a win percentage right now. This is actually a tier 9 battle, which is a rare for a tier 9 tank. This get into a tier 9 battle, And where I'm actually going to set up around F4, F5 area. So, and I'm going to see if I can kind of stop any tanks from coming down that little alleyway. Really don't have the shot, and well, I don't have to worry about it now. The T54 is back on. I got ST1 ahead of me, but I really don't have a shot on him either. And I got a medium and a heavy. It looks like there's a lot of tanks down there at K4 or 5. So I'm actually going to try to head over there, hang back a little bit, but no, I think I'm going to move up a little bit more. And I'm actually going to move up and see if I can help that Tiger 2 a little bit. He's backing up. He's the only one left. Nobody else is actually coming to help us. See if I can surprise these guys a little bit. Surprise the ISA. I've been spotted, but have yet received any damage yet. Got my reload done. Hit the IS-8 again. Okay, we got a tank destroyer, the Jag Tiger. Bounced the KV-4, but hit him, so he knows that he's being spotted. I don't have reload, and he's going down, so the J Tiger's going to be on his own. Actually, hit the IS-6. KV-4 is tracked. I hit the KV-4. I'm getting shot. Second shot I received. Hit the IS-6 again. And as you can see, I've done over 2,000 damage so far. Oh, bounce the KV-4. Penetrated the KV-4. I got no critical hit from the Centurion. Hit the KV-4 again. He's now one shot before anybody. I'm just getting pummeled, and I'm out. But as you can see, I've actually received a total of 16 hits on this tank. So we are actually just going right along. Score is actually 13-4. So you can see what the other tanks are doing. And I'm going to speed things up a little bit. And that's actually game right there. So that definitely was a victory. Okay, my mouse is acting up today. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. It definitely was a victory. Yeah, I received Tanker 3rd Class, who cares, Scout, and what the other one is, I really don't care. But you can see I shot a total of 9 times with it 9 direct hits. So I shot 100% ratio on this tank. I did 2,998 damage on that tank, and did receive 1,039 in assist in damage. So I actually did some damage. I did a lot of assist damage. I only damaged a total of 3 tanks, but I did some good damage to them. I actually did top damage on my team. So that is the T30, which is the Tier 9 tank destroyer in the American line. I love playing this tank. I did, again, do a lot of damage on there, did a lot of assist damage on there. Yes, I did not survive the battle, but I did enough damage and held up the guys coming around, so the other guys come from where they were at to take over once the rest of us had died. I also made a couple of the tanks one-shottable for the guys, so you can see the pros and cons. I received a total of 16 hits on that tank destroyer. It doesn't have much armor, but if you angle it right and you face your enemy, it does block a lot of tanks. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. As you can see up above, Marky Dragon Network, I am a partner of them. This is a new logo for them, but I'm still with Marky Dragon Network. If you are a YouTuber and looking for a YouTube partner to partner up with, check the link down below for Marky Dragon, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This game was recorded with XSplit. If you like recording video games, link down below for XSplit. Check it out. Check them out. Click that link. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like us on YouTube. If you have any comments, and I mean real comments, not saying I don't like old guys. Yes, I'm old. I know that. You don't have to tell me. I already know. But if you got any real comments, leave your comments down below on my YouTube page. I'll try to answer them once I figure out that they're sometimes I get a response from YouTube and sometimes I don't, so I have to go back and take a look and find out when I have received comments. I might respond a couple days later. Sorry, that's just the way YouTube has been notifying me here lately. And if you haven't done yet, subscribe to my channel. That way you know when the latest videos I do come out. And if you haven't done it yet, I have a new website. It's called buddy1927.com. Check out the website. It has a little history about myself. It has information about the games that I play. And once I get everything settled and with my health issues going on right now, I will be setting up a Twitch live stream schedule on there, and it'll be on my website. So check them out. You can actually go to my website under the Twitch section, and you can see my live stream there, or you can, that way you know if I'm live streaming or not right now. So check it out. I'd like to thank you again, and do me a favor, save some tanks on the battlefield for me. You all have a good day.